What's up, guys? It's your boy CHWE here, and today I'm coming at you guys with a live stream, and it's a wrestling talk. And as you can tell by the title of the video, tonight I had a match, and believe it or not, I won. I won the United States Championship, the CHWE United States Championship, and I was thinking, like, I got home like a couple hours ago. I'm just really tired. I had a crazy match with David X tonight, and if you hear my mouse clicking, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find the actual live stream right now, so I can like read your guys' comments or whatever, if anybody's even watching, that is, because I don't know if anybody's even watching. But regardless, okay, yeah. So hashtag fuck you, Dylan's watching. Alright, perfect. So, I just wanted to, and Dylan, I'm sore too, man, I feel you. So, I just wanted to talk to you guys really quick, whether you watch this pre-recorded or watch this live, about what I do, like, wrestling, like, what I do on the weekends, and, why it means so much to me. I feel like I haven't explained this enough, and for the new visitors on the channel, this gives you guys a chance to kind of get to know what I do outside of YouTube. So for those of you who maybe are new or don't know this, I am a professional wrestler. I do wrestle for the CHWE Wrestling Alliance, a company started by me and my brother and our two best friends from high school. And it was a very small backyard wrestling company. We brought in some people to get training, and we still train to this day. And now we run shows out of a venue, and it's not too far from your boy CHWE-7's house, which is cool. And the thing is like, we have a storyline writer, we have all these people that do things backstage. We actually have a Facebook page. You can find it CHWE CHWE Wrestling Alliance. It has over 1,000 likes, which blows my mind. And we have like a whole marketing department for stuff that we're going to start doing, like t-shirt sales and everything else. That's all in the process. But I'm going to tell you guys how I fell in love with wrestling and why I am so passionate about it now. This goes along with story time, or life stories, my bad. Story time, life stories, whatever you want to call it. Because I did one last week with Quentin from Pixel Clubhouse. And if you haven't checked out Pixel Clubhouse, I strongly recommend you guys go do that. So basically, this championship is the United States Championship. I'll try to give you guys a little detailed look at it. It's pretty fucking snazzy. So there you got the United States title, or the United States Champion, Statue of Liberty, and then over here you got the Liberty Bell and the gold tip at the end of the snap box. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. It is my pride and joy right now. But, alright, so anyway. So I fell, what's up Crazy Clown, how you doing? So I fell in love with wrestling when I was a kid. I remember seeing Triple H versus Chris Jericho. That was the first match I ever saw in my life. It was back in the 90s, I believe. And I saw it at my aunt's house. And I remember, that's the first match I can physically remember, that is, because my father has told me before that I used to watch WCW with him, and I don't really remember that because I was really little, like, because you gotta remember, I was born in 1996, I'm only 21 years old, so WCW wasn't around very much longer after that, and I don't have any memories of it. The only memory I think I have of WCW, like, watching it, was, it was the night Goldberg won the WCW Championship, I think. I'm not sure. And it's all a blur. But the first thing I can physically remember watching was that. And the reason that just, was so cool was because it's like seeing that and seeing the theatrics of it all just drew me in. And from a very young age, as weird as it sounds, I liked, like, playing a character, and I liked video games, so I kind of related wrestling to video games, like everybody's playing a character, and at the time, I always thought, like, the good guys really hated the bad guys, whatever, and obviously it's 2017, the wrestling business is exposed at this point, so it's not like I'm doing anything wrong, but I definitely, for 100% sure, did not understand how much went into wrestling, and I just fell in love with it. I started watching it with my grandpa, every single fucking time it was on. Monday Night Raw, Tuesday Night SmackDown, and it was Tuesday at the time, and now they're back to Tuesdays, which is cool. It's like nostalgic, but yeah, I watched it every chance I got. We watched old NWA tapes, WCW tapes, and it was a lot of fun. Like, and I remember my grandma sewed me up a Stone Cold Steve Austin vest. I had black trunks that she made me, and then my knee pads and elbow pads were like my shirt sleeves. I would cut them off, and then I would like tape them onto my knees and my elbows, and those were my knee pads, elbow pads, whatever. And then my wrestling boots were a pair of my cowboy boots. I was really little. I was probably like 4 or 5 at this time, of course, and it was just really fun, like, watching it. And then I would dress up like Stone Cold, and I'd like wrestle with my stuffed animals, and it was really, really fun. And I remember like my dad filming it and stuff, and I was in love with it. And then I got older, of course, and me, my brother Lucas, and then our 2 friends, well, 3 friends really, but Jake Gold wasn't really able to do much with us at the time, unfortunately, and it was because of his age and his overprotective family, which I love all of Jake Gold's family. It's nothing against them. They were just overprotective, and it's easy to see why, because wrestling is a very dangerous sport. But all 5 of us would get together on my brother's trampoline pretty much every fucking day of the summer, man, every day. And we would just wrestle, and like we started filming it and throwing it on YouTube, and that's just kind of how it started. And it's just evolved and grown, and I don't have 5 hours to sit here and tell you the whole story. There is a documentary that is being produced right now and made about CHWA, so when that comes out, I'm not sure if the guy making it is going to charge people for it. I'm not sure yet. But if not, it will definitely be thrown up here on my YouTube channel. And if so, if he is going to charge people, I'm going to talk to him about me giving him a certain amount of money to just put the whole documentary on my YouTube channel, because I think that would be great. It would be great for all of you guys to see like an inside look at what I do throughout the week, when I'm throughout my days, I should say. Because here on YouTube I do live streaming at night, but during the day, it's all wrestling all the time. So it's really cool. Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate that, by the way. But yeah, it's really cool. It's like a crazy life. It's a crazy fucking lifestyle, because like, I don't eat as good as I should. Like, I cheat a lot. Like, I eat a lot of fucking snack cakes, and I do it on stream all the time. But no, like, I've stopped drinking soda completely. Like, I'm trying to lift more weights. I'm trying to work out more, which is weird because I've never really been a workout kind of person. My workouts were always like jogging and running up hills, and now like I'm getting older, so I'm trying to lift more weights so I can get a little bit bigger, because I'm a small guy. And you guys already know this if you guys have been watching the channel for a while. I'm only like 5'3", and like 130 pounds, 135. I fluctuate from 130 to 135 quite often. And it's because my metabolism, it's so high that, if I eat, yeah, I'm 5 pounds, I'm 135 pounds, and then like an hour later I'm back down to like 131. It's so stupid, but that's just how it works sometimes, man. And we're gonna take a break in this life story, this chain of life stories, I should say. And for all you vapors out there, get your cotton drip, let's take a hit. And for all you smokers out there, get whatever you're smoking, get it lit, let's chill for a bit. Cheers, guys. Here, get yourself the first hit. There you go. So, I got into wrestling. I got into a wrestling school, and I'm not going to name drop right now, obviously, because I have a lot of problems. But in wrestling, it's called heat. Got a lot of heat with that school. And I got into the school, and I trained for a few months, and I just realized that, like, doing it that way, doing it their way wasn't my style. I've always been like a nonconformist. Like, I don't like the normal things. Like for prom, I wore a hymn suit jacket. Like, I was the kid in middle school that would draw on my arms with Sharpies, and my teachers would always yell at me for it. But like, it was just me expressing myself, and that's why I think I have so many tattoos, and I plan on getting a lot more. But I truly believe that's one of the reasons I've got tattoos, like, at a young age, and it's just expression. Like, I've always just, I've like piercings, tattoos, like stuff like that. So like pro wrestling is right up that alley. Like, it's totally non-conformist because like everybody thinks like, oh, that stuff, you're fucking crazy if you do that stuff. So like I always thought that was the coolest thing. So like I didn't like the way the school, like I didn't like the way they wanted me to do things. I didn't like the way they wanted me to wrestle, if that makes sense. Like how do I word this right? Like I didn't like what they had planned for me. And, in my life, like, if I'm not getting something from somewhere, like, I don't just sit around and think, well, this sucks. Like, fuck that. I'm gonna go find what I need and what I want elsewhere. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It's fucking 4:30 in the goddamn morning. I'm rambling at this point, but, I'm just gonna, so anyway, I didn't like what they were doing with me. I didn't like what they were going to do with me, so I said, fuck it, and I talked to my brother, who was also at the wrestling school at the time, and I told him, like, you can continue down this path, you can continue to train here, but I am going to go call our old friends. I'm going to start up CHWA. And originally it was called EBW, it was Extreme Backyard Wrestling, but I figured, it was going to be rebranded and like changed because it was no longer just going to be normal backyard wrestling. Like I was going to make this shit as crazy as I could get it. Like, I was going to get it as popular as I could get it. And my brother surprisingly was totally down. He was like, I agree. I don't like what they want us to do. I don't like what they're doing with us. Fuck this. And we left. And that generated a lot of heat. That generated a fuck ton of heat on us. Like, it was bad. So we left, and we did start doing backyard wrestling, and like professional wrestling, like backyard wrestling is a total no-no, which part of me doesn't really understand, because like if you get a bunch of trained dudes and they're doing the stuff you train them, but it's in a backyard, like why is it a big deal? Like, because it's the same shit as like somebody in college who's got a college scholarship for basketball, but they go play a pickup game at their local, park or whatever. That doesn't make sense to me why backyard wrestling is like such a no-no. And like a lot of people, when they think about backyard wrestling, they think about like ECW, like back in the 90s, and like the fucking hardcore ultraviolet bullshit or whatever. But like the way we were doing it was totally different. Like it was more of a structured, professional style backyard wrestling, but like the pros didn't give it the time of day. And like now, that heat from back then is totally gone, and it's cool, but it's not, I shouldn't say it's totally gone, but it's not as bad. So anyway, back to the story. Me and my brother started this up, and we invested in an actual wrestling ring, so we weren't wrestling on mattresses and shit anymore. And we drove to Kentucky with my dad, which was almost odd because my dad has never, like, and he denies this, but Dad, if you watch this, you're a fucking liar. He said he always supported CHWA from the start, but like I remember so many conversations like where he was just like, this is stupid, like, like when you break your neck, I'm not gonna say I told you so, but I'm not gonna feel sorry for you. Like he used to say shit like that to me all the time, like all the fucking time. And like my dad is very loving. Like I love my father very much, and he's always been supportive of what I wanted to do. Like he just didn't really like some of the things I did. But with this, he was more like, I don't hate the fact you want to be a wrestler. I hate the fact you're doing this, and I don't think it's safe. But then he saw what we were doing, and he got really involved really fast, and he became a huge role on the show. And to a point where I went and got the name CHWA copyrighted. And like, I own a whole bunch of stuff with the company. And I went and I got like the name CHWA copyrighted. Like I went and got my name, Chris Exodus, copyrighted. Like I did all that stuff. And I actually signed 50% ownership of my company to my father. And he helps me run it now. Which is cool as shit because, that's like a bonding thing with my dad. Like it's unheard of that a father and son run a business together, especially a wrestling business. Like, obviously Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon, but, like, a small hometown wrestling company, you never really hear a dad and a son run this together. And I think it's fucking cool. And, we go totally against the grain. Like, like, in wrestling, like, if you're not 6'5" and, like, 250 pounds and you're not ripped, you're not a world champion. Like, I know, like, Kevin Owens is an example of breaking that rule, and I know, like, you know, guys like that, but, like, you know, look at who the champion is right now. It's fucking Bill Goldberg. And then you look over at SmackDown, and John Cena is a 16-time World Heavyweight Champion. Like, you see what I'm saying? But, like, with us, the little guy gets to win. You know what I mean? The little dude who maybe doesn't have a shot in the indies because of politics and bullshit, they finally get to win. And that was, like, the original fucking goal. Like, that was the end goal for me. Like, I had no fucking clue how far CHWE would go. And like I said, there's a documentary getting filmed, so, like, that all will be explained much more. But that is how I got into wrestling. I went to a school, didn't like it, and fucking, you know, just said fuck it and started my own thing up. And me and my friends, my brother, of course, are still wrestling to this day, which is fucking awesome. And we have a whole bunch of friends that do it with us now, and people that I will always, for the rest of my life, be friends with. There's no doubt. I will always be friends with everybody I've wrestled with. And, like, you know, some people come and go, and they leave the company in bad ways. Other people are there for life. You know what I mean? Like, I would say my best friends in this world, my legitimate best friends, somebody I could call in any situation, are my wrestling family. Like, it's like that, you know? And it's because we've been friends for so long. Like, Lee Rock 1645, even though he doesn't wrestle anymore, he did at one point in time. And, you know, he's been one of my best friends for going on, like, 15 years or something crazy. So, I mean, that's just how it is, man. Like, I don't know. It's like I said, it is a crazy fucking lifestyle. There's nothing else like it. I've done a lot of sports. I've played football. I've played baseball. I didn't actually do ice hockey, but I did roller hockey for a little bit. You know, like, I did track, and nothing. And I've done collegiate wrestling in school, but nothing, absolutely nothing, holds a candle to the craziness every Saturday when I wake up. On Saturday, from the time my eyes open and my feet hit the floor, I'm go, 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 go. So that's why a lot of time on Saturdays there's no gaming live stream, because I'm just drained. And I was sleeping when I first got home, but I just got out of bed, and I was like, you know what? You know, I woke back up, and I was like, you know, I just feel wrong. I feel wrong not giving the True Nerd Nation the life story. So I figured, you know, just a little life story. It's not too detailed yet because I don't want to take anything away from the documentary, and I apologize for that. But I figured, you know, this will give you guys something to watch. And if you're watching this live, shout out to you. If you're watching it pre-recorded, I appreciate it. The last wrestling live story I got for you guys is by far one of the fucking funniest that I can remember. So we had a girl, and I'm not going to disclose her name, but she was our medic for a while. It's not medic, the one we have now, totally different girl. But we had a medic for a while. And, you know, anytime somebody would get a cut, anytime somebody would fucking, you know, get a bruise, anytime somebody would get anything, you know, like, she was the one that fucking, that would take care of it. And one time I got kicked in my dick. And it wasn't like a straight kick like this, you know? It was more like one of those where it, like, scraped it. And I was wearing I wasn't wearing compression shorts, but I was wearing tights. So, like, my dick was pretty much exposed, basically. And my dick was bleeding. And I was scared shitless. So I went up to her and I said, hey, medic. Not, like I said, it's not the medic we have now, but I'm not going to disclose her name. I was like, hey, nurse. That's what we'll call her. Hey, nurse. My dick's bleeding. And it's so fucking funny because I've known her for so many years, and, like, oh my god, the awkwardness of her having to look at it was so fucked. Because she was like, yeah, you might want to go get this looked at. And I didn't, of course, because, like, at the time I didn't have insurance. But I, for real, oh my god, it was fucking awful. It was one of the most awful fucking experiences of all time. And I pray every time before I walk out to the ring that it doesn't fucking happen again. So that is going to conclude the Life Story Wrestling Talk live stream for this evening. Remember this, your boy is the United States Champion of CHWA. That makes me happy. Keeping this hardware safe here at my house. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to drop a like. Hi, Soonrays. Make sure to drop a like. If you're new, subscribe to become part of the True Nerd Nation. If you check the description down below, you can find all of the hashtag Salt Squads links. You can find the Medics link, Soonrays link, and Lee Rock 1645. Go check out their channel. Show them some love. I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna take my little happy ass to bed. But there will be a live stream tomorrow. As sore as I am, because I did jump off a balcony tonight. No lie, it was fucking crazy. It was awesome. But I am sore. But there will be a live stream tomorrow night, no doubt. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, guys, it's going to do it. Before we go, we'll do it one last time because I'm trying to bring this tradition back. Damn it, you know, I missed this. For all you vapors out there, get your cotton driplets, take a hit. And for all you smokers out there, get whatever you're smoking. Get that sumbitch lit. Let's chill for a bit. Cheers, guys. Let me know what you guys are vaping on. I'm vaping on some Pandora's Box. It's a lemon cheesecake with a hint of lime. It's delicious if I do say so myself. That was a shitty ghost inhale, man. That one was acceptable. I'll take that one. I'm tired. So like I said, hope you guys enjoyed it. And until the next live stream and or pre-recorded video, peace, love, and zombie slaying to all of you guys. Wonderful, wonderful True Nerd Nation. I love you guys so very much. And I will catch you all tomorrow night. Later, guys.